What's going on, Seaport? It's Pac-Man Jones with Savannah Seaport News. Just straight fresh out of Atlanta. Just got back not even an hour ago. But on the way back, I found out we had an update to the homicide of 14-year-old Qahmaine Orr. Now, Savannah Police Department arrested 18-year-old Josias Jones Friday, September the 13th in the homicide. And Jones was charged with murder and was transported to the Chatham County Detention Center. Now, I do want to say this, and this is kind of speculation. I don't like to do speculation videos, but with all the things that's just being said out in the open, I believe that it's time for me to just release what's been said. So, in that homicide, it was, of course, the 14-year-old that got killed, Qahmaine Orr. But what I've been hearing from a lot of people that stay in the area and that was close to the area was saying that all they heard was one gunshot, and pretty much everybody else is 3 to 4 people that ran away from the scene. Now, what I've been hearing was that this was actually an accidental shooting, believe it or not. You know, it was one of those cases where it was just a group of teens, and somebody had the gun. Of course, that one person probably was Josias Jones, allegedly. And I gotta say allegedly, but apparently, I think there was some type of argument with who could hold the gun, and between hands getting tossed in between the gun actually went off and struck Mr. Qahmaine Orr in the upper body. So, I mean, that makes sense because what the reports are saying, or other reports were saying, was that it was just one gunshot that was heard. And usually when a murder happens in Savannah, usually it's about 3 to 4 to 10 gunshots. You know, nobody's just really shooting one time to kill somebody. You'd think it'd be like that, but you know, what I've been hearing is that even though Mr. Josias Jones has been charged with murder now, that he will actually probably end up serving, or actually being charged with a lesser charge, maybe voluntary or involuntary manslaughter. Now, that's up to his attorney or his lawyer if he could swing that. Not so sure how that is really going, but a lot of people are saying that, you know, I'm not saying this. I'm just seeing the stuff that's online. It was that, you know, the whole situation wasn't right, and more than likely it wasn't a malice murder type situation where Mr. Josias actually went over there to kill him. You know, because usually if that's the case, then usually if somebody is trying to kill you, it's probably that person and one other person that's just a getaway person. You know, not a group of 3 or 4 people is going to be there for a homicide usually. But I mean, that's just the update that I have for today. And I just want to say, for the people that actually watched that video that I talked about, Mr. Qahmaine Orr, that second half of that video, I had got in contact with the lady that actually recorded that live stream that I had put on that other video that I had. And you know, I didn't know, I just took the video, and I didn't know that the lady was showing her face and showing her kids, which is a pretty bad mistake to do. You know, I took I split that video because I didn't want people to see her kids. You know, and honestly, if it wasn't about the kids, I wouldn't care. You know, if you just being a dumbass and you upload something that got your face in it, I'm gonna use it. I don't care. But since there's kids involved in it, I did the right thing. But you know, think smarter next time. But I mean, that's all the update that I have for today. Any other updates about this case, I'll let y'all know as well and keep y'all up to date. Stay blessed, Seaport.